Sorry for all the excess back noise here, but we're in a shop, busy as hell. But I figured this is the perfect time to talk about something very important with metal polishing. I'm gonna bring you in real close here in a second and show you there's some wires hanging down. I'm trying to polish this tank, and I just want to show you that this is very, very unsafe, and I want to show you the proper way to take care of that. Watch. Alright, so if you see right here, these wires are just hanging down. You catch that in a grinder and it's like a whip. It just beats the living hell out of you. So what I usually do is, if it's just hanging down, we always keep zip ties laying around the shop, because a lot of this stuff is just hanging down and it's not very well put up. All I do is find a good spot to hang it and just lift it, and we're good to go. Now these wires are tucked up real nice. They're in real good. They're not going to come whipping out and hit me. There's another zip tie here that somebody put on but never tightened it. So I'm just going to tighten this one up and get it so that it's lifted up and out of my way so I don't catch it in my grinder. Because like I said, if you catch this in the grinder, I don't care if it's 3,000 RPM or 6,000 RPM, it will literally whip you, and it cuts you open pretty quick. The polisher doesn't really matter. It doesn't care. It doesn't have any feelings. It doesn't care about your home life. It just beats you and doesn't care. So if you've got some wires hanging down, try to tuck them up real nice. Tape also works really well, especially when I get stuff like this here, where like I have no place to pull this wire loom up to. I'll just put a piece of duct tape up here to hold it. But this is a whole lot better because now I've got all this room to work with without this getting in the way. Before, the wind of the buffer kept sucking it down even closer. Kind of creates a little vortex around the buff, and it literally sucks wires in sometimes. And sometimes you won't even notice. You'll be looking underneath the cab, you'll be like, oh, it looks pretty good. And then you start buffing, and all of a sudden the wire drops down and sucks right in. And always make sure that they're in and they're secured, like this one here. Now that I put the zip tie on, it's good and tight. It's just good food for thought.